Uprooted trees like this, some shingles tossed about, a common occurrence, but when wind speeds are as strong as they were Saturday night, radar indicated at least 120-mile-per-hour winds. You see this, a street sign from nearly a half-mile away, tossed into this neighbor's backyard. Some critics, though, have said that Tyson was too slow to react to the virus, which could have led to the outbreaks at many of your plants. Why didn't Tyson act faster to prevent the spread among your workers?
As you can see, the snow is no longer coming down that hard. We are seeing a ton of snow accumulation. I'm at the Tyler Transit bus stop on Loop 323 in Old Bullard. If we put our yardstick in here, it's at about 7 inches of snow.
I've got something at home that can help you. Just normal cooking spray. Watch this. So you just spray it on the rubber of your car, rub that in, leave it overnight, and I promise you will never have that issue again.
Those reports of you being seen around the Capitol without wearing a mask, you say you have been wearing one and now you've contracted COVID-19. So do you have anything to respond to those claims, or does this change your view on wearing a mask? The Amber Alert is now in its 22nd hour as FBI agents and local law enforcement intensify their search. Breaking news, we just learned the manhunt in Burke is over. Lufkin police tell us both of the men they were searching for are now in police custody. Snap trees, homes without a roof. There's a lot to clean up at Mount Enterprise.
We lost the sunroof in the house. It's gone.
Churchgoers skipping Sunday service to grab what they can.
They have a mind to work. That's in the scriptures as well, and so that's great to see.
Don't underestimate the power of rednecks with tractors.
The pastor of Landmark Missionary Baptist Church and his wife welcomed some of their members to seek shelter there.
We started thinking about the people that lived in trailers first, and Jacob, our youth pastor, was the first one that came to mind.
Other than some missing shingles, this church building is good as ever. A different story just down the road. When severe weather strikes in East Texas, uprooted trees like this, some shingles tossed about, a common occurrence, but when wind speeds are as strong as they were Saturday night, radar indicated at least 120-mile-per-hour winds. You see this, a street sign from nearly a half-mile away, tossed into this neighbor's backyard.
Came from the old Blue Bunny building all the way to our backyard.
Ikuria Johnson and her family of 5 hid in a closet while the tornado passed through.
It kind of lifted us up and it set us right back down.
Johnson says home repairs could take weeks, and she's not alone.
That's what we experience here in East Texas, trees falling straight down and just demolishing these houses.
Trees also to blame for more than 1,000 residents without electricity Sunday.
The trees did snap our power lines and they were kind of in the driveway.
People coming from as far as Louisiana to lend a helping hand to this community. Learning that sometimes we have to weather the storm to see a brighter tomorrow. In Mount Enterprise, Cynthia Mclaughlin, Fox 51 News.
At this moment, declaring a state disaster for all counties in the state of Texas.
March 13th, the Lone Star State shut down many kinds of businesses, closing stores, restaurants, and offices to contain the spread of coronavirus.
Oil price was affected. The rate of jobs coming in were affected. A lot of people had to shut down because they were nervous about it.
From the oil fields out west to locally owned East Texas businesses, people were desperate for a solution that sticks. This might look like typical disinfectant spray, but there's much more technology than meets the eye.
Uniqueness in our product is not that it kills viruses and bacteria, because like, as you said, Lysol does that, bleach does that.
Tab Lawhorn is the co-owner of Guardian Touchless Solutions. This Texas-based company opened when the rest of the state closed.
The uniqueness in our product is that once applied through electrostatic means, the bond to the surface can last for at least 30 days.
For 30 days, the spray acts as an invisible shield against more than just coronavirus. It has also been proven effective stopping H1N1, chickenpox, black mold. It even gets rid of the smoky smell after a fire.
Our technicians go in every single time in full PPE, head to toe, and when he sprays the surfaces with our electrostatic guns, it creates a positive and negative charge with the polymer, so that allows it to bond on the surface and last for as long as it can.
Villaggio Del Vino restaurant in Tyler and Harley's and Bridget's boutiques next door are owned by Harley Hooper. These locations have been getting the treatment for months, and Hooper has been pleased with the results.
We haven't had one COVID victim in our store or our restaurant since we started.
Hooper does not require masks in either of his stores.
We're not afraid. We are cautious.
Now, thanks to the solution, businesses like this one can go back to normal. They don't have to shut down, and customers can shop at ease.
We're in the customer confidence business. Customers want to know establishments that they go to are being treated with the highest scientifically available and monitored disinfecting processes.
Many coronavirus guidelines from the CDC have been straightforward. Stay 6 feet apart, and if you're closer than that, wear a mask. But there's a big difference from a retail store to an oil rig. Keeping your distance is difficult, if not impossible. Gladiator Energy in Midland has seen the impact of the virus firsthand.
We've had a couple of guys get it. I mean, that's just the way it's been going when nobody really knows how to stop it yet.
An industry our country relies on, unsure of how to safely work during a pandemic.
This has been a very hot button issue with them because the spaces that their workers and employees work within are so compact that transmission without using some effective surface disinfection is very risky.
So Gladiator Energy took an extra step to protect their workers.
And that's where the Guardian stuff came into play for us, is take the extra step, you know, make sure our guys are safe.
The treatments in the field in the oil and gas sector caught a little flack at first just because anything new, you know, nobody likes change. As we've grown over the past few months, everybody's really accepted what we're doing.
Whether a vaccine is available next month or next year, some new habits have been for the best.
People will come to expect this type of disinfection. They will actually require it. It would be sort of a shame for it to go away all of a sudden when it's been proven to be very effective.
This spray offering a quick fix and a long-term solution. Cynthia Mclaughlin, KETK News.
Off tonight with some breaking news. A missing East Texas teen has been found safe. FBI says she was found in Louisville, Kentucky. Van Zandt County officials do confirm that Austin Walker and Courtney Odom are in custody and will be charged in the case. Now, Sermons is en route right now back to East Texas, even as we speak. KTK Today anchor Cynthia Mclaughlin explains how and when Amber Alerts are issued for missing children, just like Willow.
That she's not in trouble, and we love her and want her back home.
A plea from a family member for 14-year-old Willow Sermons to come home. Willow is a freshman at Grand Saline High School.
Very bubbly and outgoing, but you know, it's hard for her to make friends and stuff because of her disability. She gets teased a lot.
Her family members tell us she turned 14 just last week, then went missing early Tuesday morning.
My mom had gone out on her back porch and noticed that Willow's window was open, which is like 7 foot off the ground. No way that she could get out by herself.
An Amber Alert was issued late Wednesday night, leaving many East Texans wondering why it took nearly 2 days for it to be issued.
Everybody's question was, why wouldn't this be issued sooner? Well, if you don't have the information to meet the criteria, then the state system, that's why it's in place. There are other things that can be done, and there's other investigative tactics that are being done in the meantime.
Authorities believe these two people, Austin Walker and Courtney Odom, could be responsible for Willow's disappearance. Walker is believed to be driving a white 2012 Toyota Camry, registered in Odom's name. Public records obtained by KETK News show the license plate on that Camry is registered to this home in Bullard.
We found Willow's social media accounts. She has multiple on Facebook, and on one of them, Austin Walker is listed as one of her recently added Facebook friends. Relatives say Willow told a friend Walker was coming to get her the night she went missing.